It is not according to the customs and formalities.
भी मुझसे किसने बात नहीं की है, तो ये हमारा वो है कि हम किसके तरफ जाएंगे, इसका फैसला जो है हम ले लेंगे। लेकिन सबसे जरूरी है कि स्पीकर ऐसे हों कि जो सबको मौका दें। अगर स्पीकर मौका देंगे और अपने लोगों की बातें नहीं कहेंगे तो हमारे लोगों के मुद्दे यहाँ पहुंचेंगे कैसे और फिर उनके क्षेत्रों में काम कैसे होगा। जिन महान जनता ने हमें चुन के भेजा, मैं भारतीय लोकतंत्र का और भारत की महान जनता का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। जिन्होंने हमें चुन के भेजा, उनके मुद्दे उठाने का हमें समय मिलना चाहिए। इसलिए स्पीकर जो भी हो वो ऐसे हों कि सबको मौका दें।
Is trouble mounting for Hyderabad Member of Parliament Asaduddin Owaisi, who's also AIMIM chief, and that for the oath ceremony that happened when he took an oath, a slogan that has led to a lot of uproar and controversy. This is another complaint that has been filed. So basically now 2 complaints have been filed seeking disqualification of Owaisi in the Parliament after he took the oath, which is as per protocol and procedure. But after that, there was some sloganeering that he has done, and that has triggered full-on uproar, specifically from the ruling party. So one of the complainants who's filed that complaint is Vineet Jindal. He's joining me right now. Mr. Vineet Jindal, why as an advocate did you decide that this sloganeering that he's made is worthy of a complaint asking for disqualification?
Yes, look, this statement, the phrase which has been used by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal during his speech, basically, it is a process which is taken place in Parliament of India.
Yes.
And instead of naming our country, he has prizing and adhere the other country by chanting its name. So this is against Article 102 of 1B. So that's why we have filed a complaint against Mr. Arvind Kejriwal for doing this wrong act.
Why do you think that it was absolutely inappropriate, that it shouldn't have come from a member of parliament of the Indian Parliament to be mentioning the name of another country when he took that name after the oath ceremony?
Yes, look, this is not the first time when he's doing this act, basically. He has been organizing so many meetings to support this country. And after that, this is very significant issue, basically. Now, at the time of his taking oath, after just finishing oath in the Indian Parliament, he's shown his adherence and allegiance towards the other country by naming it. Why he has not been chanting Jai Bharat, Jai India, Jai Hindustan, whatever it is. Okay. So he can prize our country. Why he is avoiding to prize our country every time, and he is prizing the other country by naming it at the time of taking oath as an MP of Indian Constitution, as an Indian Parliament. Why?
And finally, Mr. Vineet Jindal, because there has clearly been a lot of debate, discussion on this mention. Of course, he has his own strong base. While there's been a massive uproar, the BJP, the NDA is also charged at him. Do you think that the MPs should only adhere and cater to their oath with regard to India and shouldn't get into perhaps global issues, at least at this time?
Look, every citizen of India has a right to speech. There is no issue.
Yes.
But there is a specific specific point and specific place. So it is about.
Okay, I appreciate you joining us. Mr. Vineet Jindal, he's said why not mention Jai Bharat, Jai Hind and take names of other countries. It appears he found it inappropriate and he's, as an advocate, filed a complaint on it. There are 2 complaints now that have been mentioned. I bring in Amit Bhardwaj right now, and we're not going to, and also Ashutosh Mishra is joining me, and I'm not going to mention the name of the country and the sloganeering because the chair has expunged that off the record, struck it off, therefore, but of course it's all over social media. Ashutosh, you tell me that what he has said has led to such an uproar, and it was surprising, to say the least, when he did make that mention. But now complaints are filed, the NDA is pushing against it. What happened?
Well, can those complaints hold off in the court of law? Certainly, as you rightly said, those remarks were expunged. Now, they are no more part of the parliamentary proceeding, which simply means those slogans were not made at all. There were objections raised by the ruling party. So what happens inside the parliament, it was the matter between the chair and the matter of between the member of parliament elect who was taking an oath. And clearly what the OIC said, it could be unethical, but was it illegal to say that? Well, of course, that is again prerogative of the chair to decide. As far as the issue that OIC made the remarks on about the certain issue was the Palestine. Now, sloganing, inhaling a country, well, does that make him, a pro of that country? Well, in that remark, remember, I have the statement of the Ministry of External Affairs on 22nd February in the Parliament, responding to the Member of Parliament from Assam, Badruddin Ajmal. It is the government of India's often stand, not for today, not for yesterday, but for many long years, that India's policy towards Palestine has been long-standing and consistent. We have supported and negotiated two-state solution to establishment of a sovereign, independent and viable state of Palestine with secure and recognized border living side by side in peace with Israel. This statement come, and remember, even before that, India did condemn in a very harsh word as far as the attack on Israel by Hamas terrorists are concerned, and India did demand
But again, Ashutosh, the question will be here, can that
so
statement, which is an official policy, has been an old official policy of the External Affairs Ministry and of the Government of India, can that be then mentioned selectively here as one country being mentioned, which has nothing to do with India, the oath ceremony, and that has led to a lot of uproar here. That is what Asaduddin Owaisi had mentioned. But interesting, and thank you for giving us your perspective on that, and this only means that it's going to escalate in the next few hours. Is at the Rouse Avenue court. Will it be bail, or could the CBI manage to get an extended custody of Arvind Kejriwal? We are told CBI team has also reached the Rouse Avenue court, while Arvind Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party's legal team, the counsels are also present in the Delhi court. He has been kept in the lockup for now. Srishti Oja bringing us the update on that. Srishti, what's happening? Tell us.
Well, as you said, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will be produced before Delhi Rouse Avenue Court in a short while. He's already been brought to the court premises from Tihar Jail, and he's presently in the court lockup. He can be brought to the courtroom anytime soon. Now we see security deployment right outside the courtroom where he has to be produced. We see the CBI officials, the lawyers and Arvind Kejriwal's legal team have already reached the courtroom waiting for his production. CBI is likely to seek his police custody. As of now, they'll also have to tell the court what the grounds for arrest and also explain the reasons for arrest. If a formal arrest has been made yet or not, and if yes, then at what time. They'll also have to inform the grounds of arrest, and also if they're seeking custody, then on what grounds exactly are they seeking the police custody. As of now, what we've learned from our sources close to the case is that CBI will be telling the court that
on one side, there is the speaker election. On another, even though leader of opposition has been announced by the India Bloc, by Congress, and it's going to be Rahul Gandhi, BJP continues to shower all sorts of targets and charges at Rahul Gandhi. That asking, does he even deserve to become the leader of opposition? What parliament record does he have? And now the BJP has decided to also say, and this is with regard to after Congress' decision to field K Suresh for the speaker's position, that this time they are targeting of why Rahul Gandhi. Is it just because he's a Gandhi, he's the son of Sonia Gandhi, that his name has been made as the announcement? Basically, it's very interesting. I must add here what the Bharatiya Janata Party statements are. They are trying to say that there is a rift within the India Bloc, that the Congress decision is to field K Suresh, their party leader, for the speaker, and then that Sonia Gandhi announced her son as Rahul Gandhi as the leader of opposition without informing the allies. So the BJP is basically playing devil's advocate here, and they are saying that there's definitely a rift within the India Bloc. Why is the Congress behaving more superior than other parties, naming their leaders for the speaker, for the leader of opposition without even informing their allies? Remember, TMC had made it very direct and said that we weren't even contacted for the speaker's position, even though LOP has come as more of a consensus decision. But for now, you're looking at the visuals of Sonia Gandhi. These are earlier visuals, I guess, of Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, and that entering into the parliament. Piyush Mishra joins me for the latest on this. Piyush, I find it very interesting. They're not targeting Rahul Gandhi. They are basically claiming that Sonia Gandhi and the Congress party just want to put their men up and bring down the allies. They are trying to claim that there's a rift within the India bloc. Piyush, if you can hear me, yes. So the Bharatiya Janata Party earlier, while have been asking why did Rahul Gandhi's name even was announced, does he even deserve to become one? Now they're charging, saying, look how the India bloc, other allies are not even being contacted. They're not even being taken into as a consensus and consultation. And the BJP statement that has come in here, they are charging also at Sonia Gandhi. They've used
absolutely.
Yes, go ahead, Piyush.
Well, absolutely, Pooja. We are now seeing as to how the BJP is coming out and taking a dig at the India bloc. Our BJP's IT cell chief, Arvind Kejriwal, puts a post on X, and I quote, after Congress's decision to fill K Suresh for Speaker's post, India Alliance is missed that Sonia Gandhi announced her son, third time failed Rahul Gandhi as leader of opposition, even without informing them, let alone discuss how soon before India Alliance implodes. So the BJP is now somewhere targeting the India Alliance, saying that very soon it is going to implode. And this also coming in the wake of the kind of statements those were made by the TMC leadership. Abhishek Banerjee yesterday had said that the decision of fielding candidate for Lok Sabha Speaker post was an unilateral decision taken by the Congress party. And after the fielding of after Rahul Gandhi announced as the leader of opposition, we are now seeing how BJP is now again taking a dig at India Alliance. We'll have to wait and watch how the India bloc leaders are going to respond to this big statement coming in from Bharatiya Janata
Piyush,
Party.
stay on with me, because BJP's Amit Malviya, who's in fact put out that statement, is joining me right now. Mr. Malviya, for you to say that India Alliance leaders appear miffed, have you spoken to someone? Why are you making that question that looks like soon the India bloc will implode? What has led you to say that?
Mr. Sharad Pawar, Mamata Banerjee's party have been repeatedly putting it out in the media that they are not being consulted. They have not been spoken about the prospect of fielding India Alliance candidate for the Speaker's post. And they were also not informed about Rahul Gandhi's announcement as the leader of opposition. Now, these are information that are in the public domain. And till this morning, it was the same situation. Therefore, if the Congress party, with a handful of allies, cannot build a consensus or communicate with them what their decisions are, then clearly they're heading to a situation where very soon there will be no India Alliance. There will be just an arrogant Congress trying to pull themselves all over the place and not making any headway.
Do you think, Mr. Malviya, that at this point that TMC has already appeared to say that we're not really part of the India bloc anymore, we have our own identity and the NDA looks more united? Because is the Congress really in the wrong? Congress have the highest number and therefore they will project the senior most candidate. They will project who they think can represent the opposition at best right now.
If this is what is going to be Congress's approach, that they will do what they think is right without consulting senior leaders like Mamata Banerjee and Sharad Pawar, then I don't see why Sharad Pawar and Mamata Banerjee would want to continue to be part of the India Alliance. After all, they stand to gain nothing. Sharad Pawar and Mamata Banerjee won't also be willing to accept Rahul Gandhi's leadership. Now, in some ways, by announcing Rahul Gandhi as the leader of opposition, who's likely to speak for the entire opposition without consulting, without even informing, they have, in some senses, thrust Rahul Gandhi on the opposition parties. Now, how far would they be willing to go with it is something that remains to be seen. And they have publicly voiced their displeasure. They have seeded the media with this information. In fact, Mr. Pawar has gone on record to speak on the Speaker's position, and he struck a discordant note. What more do you want?
All right,
and it's just a matter of time. Remember, the India Alliance was not even a cohesive force before election, and it is very likely, with the kind of numbers that they have, that they will implode sooner than later.
Amid the furor, even during the oath ceremony, a complaint has now been filed against Asaduddin Owaisi's sloganeering in the parliament. Basically, right after he took the oath, there were some slogans that he had given. Bharatiya Janata Party seeking disqualification of AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi, who is representing Hyderabad as a member of parliament. And that slogan that he had said, basically after he had taken the oath, he had said, Jai Bhim, Jai Mim, Jai Telangana, Jai Philistine. Jai Palestine. And that has led to a whole issue. Piyush Mishra is joining me for the latest on that. Piyush, when he shared that video, it immediately sparked an uproar. MPs of BJP also and NDA also were starting to react. A complaint has been filed by who, where? Can you give us more details on that?
Well, yes, a complaint has been given by the Union Minister Shobha Kranti, where she is now saying that he should be disqualified. At the same time, there are other BJP leaders also who have raised their voice against this. In fact, the sloganing which was done by Asadul Owaisi, that was also has been expunged by the Lok Sabha Secretariat. So this shows as to how the BJP is very much serious. There are various complaints so that have been given to Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju against this very act of Asadul Owaisi. So we are now seeing as to how it is becoming a huge controversy after the issue which was raised by Asadul Owaisi, after which we also saw as to how various other slogans like Jai Telangana, Jai Hindu Rashtra, these slogans were also raised by other leaders of different political parties. But what we are now hearing is that a complaint has been filed against Asadul Owaisi. We'll have to see how the actions are taken as far as this complaint.
So clearly, with regard to this oath ceremony, clearly we could see a lot of leaders from their respective constituencies making all sorts of political mentions as well, perhaps beyond simply taking the oath. Keep tracking all the latest and what's expected in this case as well. Is there trouble going to brew for Asadul Owaisi? Representing the opposition in the Lok Sabha, the leader of opposition hereon will be Congress MP Rahul Gandhi. BJP has immediately taken a snipe at Rahul Gandhi for the LOP appointment. Remember, this is very important because this often puts forth the strategy of the opposition parties in the Lok Sabha, and Rahul Gandhi hereon has that responsibility. Bharatiya Janata Party, however, has decided to point out the parliament record of Rahul Gandhi earlier in the past few years. Every time, for example, when he represented Wayanad and before that Amethi, BJP is claiming first even assess his usefulness. And they are referring to the record of him as an absentee. About the days that he wasn't present during the parliament session, hasn't said much, and that is how the BJP is targeting on this. So that's the big news. Remember that for the past 10 years precisely, the official position of LOP was not there. Also that had to do with the numbers of the opposition parties, but now with a bigger number, a bigger margin for the India bloc, Rahul Gandhi comes in and not only, of course, gives a whole oath and has a confident party backing him, but also decides to go ahead and has managed to get a consensus to become the leader of opposition. But BJP already saying that he has even been attending the parliament the manner in which he should have been. The focus today, meanwhile, will be on Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Will it be bail or extended jail term for him? The Central Bureau of Investigation yesterday evening questioned the Aam Aadmi Party convener, who's also Delhi CM, recording his statement in connection with the excise policy case. The CBI has been given permission to produce Arvind Kejriwal before the concerned trial court today, where there is a possibility of further arrest too. Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh has already gone all guns blazing against BJP and alleging that Saffron Party is indulging in a conspiracy with the CBI to not let Kejriwal walk out of jail this way or another. Now, according to CBI and the sources within the agency, BRS leader K Kavita conspired with Kejriwal Sisodia for allegedly receiving favours, claiming that Kejriwal even decided to do some FaceTime calls with liquor barons like Samir Mahindru, asked him to follow another accused, Vijay Nair's instructions, and in many ways he was the one as a kingpin who was leading the whole controversy over the liquor excise policy case. The Lok Sabha session that is convened, Prime Minister Modi to move the motion that Om Birla again will be the chosen Speaker of the House, and this is likely to be at about 11 a.m. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, BJP's Lok Sabha MP, will second the motion. So that's going to be the protocol today. After Prime Minister Modi, other ministers and NDA leaders, that means will move the motion as well. But will it be as easy, possibly, for the NDA this time as it has been for the past 10 years, or the opposition is also ready with their candidate? Piyush Mishra joining me this morning on the latest on the phone line. Piyush, good morning. So after pro tem speaker showdown, because that was a temporary position, official position also is going to be discussed. But is it Modi 3.0 and Om Birla 2.0?
Well, certainly it's going to be Om Birla 2.0 and in Modi 2.0 it will be Narendra Modi who will be moving the motion to appoint the Om Birla, to elect the Om Birla as the member of the House and be chosen as the Speaker of the House. And after the PM Modi moves the motion, Rajnath Singh will second the motion. After that, other leaders, other NDA allies like Lalan Singh, Jitaram Manti and other leaders of BJP, Amit Shah and Chirag Paswan, H.D. Kumaraswamy, they all will be supporting the motion and with the motion. So this shows as to how the entire NDA is standing and speaking in one voice, and they have supported the nomination papers also from Om Birla. So it will be PM Narendra Modi who will be moving the motion first, and that will be seconded by Rajnath Singh, and then other leaders of BJP and NDA will do the same thing. After the election of Speaker of the House, we will see the introduction of Council of Ministers. But as far as the Speaker of Lok Sabha is concerned, election of Speaker of Lok Sabha is concerned, we are now seeing as to how the opposition has also fielded its candidate, K Suresh. They are also of the view that when they were not given the post of Deputy Speaker, now they should be contesting the elections for Lok Sabha Speaker. So at around 11 a.m., it will be PM Narendra Modi who will be moving the motion for the election of Speaker of Lok Sabha, and he will propose the name of Om Birla for the same.
Piyush, keep tracking all the latest coming in at this point and stay on with me, because the fact is that today is going to be very significant. Remember, Speaker's position, the one who in many ways is considered to be the head of the House at that time and who decides how the session is run. And that's why it's important as much for the NDA as for the India bloc. Now, there is a showdown already between NDA candidate Om Birla and Congress candidate from Kerala, K Suresh. India bloc, however, appears to be already split on this issue. TMC General Secretary and now Member of Parliament Abhishek Banerjee claimed that Congress did not even contact the TMC, which is an ally of the India bloc, before they decided to field K Suresh, even though he is one of the senior most members with regard to the India bloc. Now, he is the opposition speaker candidate, but Abhishek Banerjee called this move